Jericho was a fortified city, protected by 3 boundary walls and 3 gates. The population, knowing about the battles the Hebrews had won during their march, closed the gates of the city to defend themselves, and nobody could come in or out of the city after the bell. They all feared the Hebrews.
How many are the Hebrews?
More than 100,000.
Much more than that? Much more?
The king of Jericho, to help guard against attack, had decided that every man fit and able to use weapons had to be trained to be ready to defend the city and its inhabitants. In every corner of Jericho, you could see soldiers patrolling the streets.
The king! Long live the king! Long live the king!
The city was in ferment. The soldiers got their weapons ready. The king put his treasures in a safe and felt protected by the armed men that watched over him. The Hebrews sent 2 spies to find out whether the city of Jericho had weak spots the Hebrews could exploit and attack. The 2 spies were covered with a cloak and hood, and they moved among the streets, noting everything.
What do you want to buy? These are 3 copper pieces.
Are 2 coins all right?
What language do you speak? Thank you, my friends. These are good coins. You must be strangers.
Thank you.
I saw strangers in the city. They were in the square buying merchandise. If you come with me, I'll show you where I saw them.
Hey, have you seen 2 hooded strangers around here?
The king of Jericho's guards busied themselves looking for the 2 mysterious strangers. They searched in every street and asked every inhabitant of Jericho whether they had seen 2 suspicious-looking men hanging about the streets. But it seemed that nobody had seen anything unusual. Eventually, the 2 elusive spies arrived at Rahab's house and walked past.
Hey, handsome strangers. Are you looking for someone?
No, just a place to spend the night, an inn.
Is there really nothing else?
No, nothing else. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, come in, strangers. Come on.
During the night, there was a knock at the door.
2 strangers have been seen in the market. Did you see them?
No, I didn't see anybody.
Careful, woman. You might face death. I'm asking, have you seen anyone?
I already told you. I didn't see anybody. When I saw you, I thought you'd come for me.
Well, if I promise to return alone tomorrow, would you tell me the truth?
And if you don't come?
You know I always return to you.
You're right, soldier. 2 strangers passed through here, but when they heard the gong, they went away in a hurry.
Then we can still catch them. Let's go.
Don't be afraid, strangers. My house has a window on the city wall. You can go down and get away whenever you want. But who are you? I'd like to know where you come from.
We came here because Joshua ordered us to do so.
And who on earth is this Joshua?
He's the man the God of Israel chose to lead our people.
I never heard anything about this God and your people. And why did he send you here to Jericho? Why is he so interested in us? What do you want from us?
We don't want anything from you, but his hand will soon strike this city and it will become his.
But that's impossible. Nobody can enter Jericho without the king's permission. Nobody. You saw the 3 walls and the 3 gates. And did you see how many soldiers the king has?
The God of Israel is much stronger than your king. Our God liberated us from the Pharaoh. He parted the waters of the Red Sea and fed us for 40 days in the desert. He brought forth water from a rock. He is all-powerful.
I don't know if I should believe you. You're not making much sense, but I like you. Most of all, I like you, Pincus. I really like you a lot.
But now we have to go.
But when you come back, will you remember I saved you?
Of course, Rahab. Don't worry. The Lord will surely remember you.
Go to the mountain. Nobody will see you. Quick, go!
When you hear Jehovah's trumpets, tie this red rope to the window and gather your family at your house. We'll recognize the signal and we'll save you.
So be it. Thank you.
Who are you? Tell me!
I am the leader of the Lord's army.
What does my lord command his humble servant?
Take off your sandals, because you stand on a place that's sacred to the Lord. Do what the Lord has commanded you. You must enter Jericho. That's the gate to the land that he promised you. He will put his hands over the city and its king on the 7th day, and you'll be able to enter and subdue the city, because it's yours.
The Lord said, I put in your hands Jericho, its king and its brave soldiers. You, men of war, will march around the city. You will go round once, and you will do thus for 6 days, with 7 priests before the ark, and 7 shrill trumpets that will sound. The 7th day you will go around the city 7 times, and the priests will play the trumpets.
This has been going on for 7 days. What does it mean?
Let's capture them.
Don't let them fool you. The Hebrews only want to frighten us as long as they're going round our walls. Every morning, what's the point of capturing them?
Look, sir, at the foot of the hill.
Yes, I see them,
They're thousands and well armed.
What can they do against our walls?
This is the 7th day of the Lord.
People of Israel, this is finally the moment that we have been waiting for. Now we launch the war cry, and the Lord will give us the city of Jericho. Jehovah! 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 Jehovah!
The people shouted, and the priests played their trumpets. And when the people heard the sound of the trumpets, they launched themselves with a huge roar, and the walls of Jericho collapsed. A horde of wild men clambered over the fallen walls of Jericho and spread into the city. They ran amok amongst the stricken people, burning everything in their path. The Hebrews exterminated everyone they met. They put to the sword women, men, children, elders, oxen, sheep, donkeys, all. You heard the cry of pain of the moribunds. It was a wiping out. There was blood everywhere. None of the inhabitants of Jericho survived. In every street, square, and house, you saw dead bodies on the ground.
You can come out now. Israel, bless Jehovah the Holy, because he opened for us the door to the land he promised our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Moses. We will still have to fight. We will still have to suffer, and many of us will die. But at the end, each tribe will have their own land, and the days of peace will begin. In the blessed name of Jehovah! Long live Jehovah!